The other day I was browsing on Twitter, and a thread on the use of emulators to compare Colors Ultimate came up. One of the main arguments is that people don't know how to use emulators, and how they take up a ton of power to even run. And since people haven't really tested if Colors Emulated runs, I decided to do it myself. For this video, I will be using my Potato PC from 2013, which has an AMD A6 4400M APU with a Radeon HD graphics card, 16GB of RAM, and 1TB of storage. My phone, which is a Pixel 3a XL, and my current PC, which I consider mid-range with Intel Core i7 7700, 12GB of RAM, NVIDIA GTX 1050, and 1TB of storage also. Alright, so here's my 2013 PC without any enhancements or mods. Alright, so here's my Pixel 3a XL. Alright, so here's my current PC handling colors. So these are the results. Again, no mods or enhancements were used, and it had the default resolution. While it runs relatively poorly. So yes, you do need a mid-range to high-end PC to run an emulator. But I would argue that you also need one of those anyways, since the remaster is attempting new stuff with the lighting and textures and of course the increased resolution. But of course it'll be optimized for a PC. In the end, it'll all come down to the person and what they think is better. In my opinion, Ultimate looks fine. There's areas that just don't look right, like Tropical Resort, but I don't know if they're even like that at this point. I say that because the builds that the official channels have been shooting out have been either on the E3 build, which is clearly unfinished.
And just a heads up, this is still an early build of colors that our production team is letting us play, so...
Yes, we convinced them to let us play it on a stream.
And then you have the recent ones, which they seem to only be using for the trailers. Yeah, I just don't get it. I think they're fully aware of the discussions and arguments people are getting into because of this, and they're still choosing to show the old builds that make it look worse. If I were them, I would be showing and sending the recent ones to the press so people would get a better idea of where the game is actually at. But not gonna lie, it's getting harder and harder to really put my trust into the company when I see stuff like this. Is it corporate pulling these things? That would explain a lot of the stuff if it is. I'm just going to pray that everything gets resolved by the release date. Jesus Christ.